Hey y'all, welcome back to City Skylines as we overlook my college sports arena kind of center. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. What a nice building that is. So enough of that retro nonsense. Let's get on to what I got done last time around. Last time around is over here. There we go. I found it eventually. Well, I never know where I'm going to end up with these kind of, what is it? It's called the cinematic camera. There you go. Never know where I'm going to end up. So that's kind of weird. So what are we doing? Oh yeah, we're going to do a little recap. So what we did, as you can clearly see, I worked on Brooklyn and completely did all this area here. Put in all the streets, all the zoning, as you can see here. Didn't do any detailing, which I will do kind of very soon, and put in all the service buildings, that kind of thing. And I did a lot of whack-a-moling, which you probably won't notice until I zoom in somewhere. Here I'm still waiting for these to level up, so any day now, any week now for that one. And this one here I'm waiting to level up. That'll be any 20 years time. And this one I want to level up, but everything else is, apart from the kind of the commercial ones, everything else is kind of hand-picked, as you can see there. Hand-picked as in I've made it historical. So there you go. Moving over to the Queens. I was going to say the Bronx in. Moving over to the Queens, we came up with this idea here. There you go. So it's just similar vibes. Putting streets and zoning, that kind of thing. Carried that on. Oh, I put in a couple of marinas and piers, which I keep calling jetties for some reason. I don't know why. And I also completely keywalled all of Manhattan and all of here. As you can see right down yonder. More keywalled, and you can see I put in some more piers here. Kind of different designs, that kind of thing. So if you're interested, you probably won't be, but I'm going to force it on you anyway. This is the zoning. See, residential, high commercial, more. It's mainly high density. A little bit of office here. Then we're going on Virgin Island commercial. And lower residential, I guess, because I just wanted to look like that on the outskirts. So there you go, that's that. So this week we are going to complete Lower Manhattan. That's the east side, the upper west side, Midtown and Downtown. We're going to fill all that in. We're going to put in service buildings. We're going to... What are we going to do? We're just going to zone it. Now, what I'm going to do is, instead of watching it all grow in, I'm going to try and do a little bit of control management with the whack-a-moling up and down here. Here I might let it grow at its own will, that kind of thing. Make it all eclectic, a bit of a mix. Kind of this area here, but here I'm going to try and control it a little bit. That kind of thing. So maybe we could stop on this bit and watch it grow. So yeah, I got some ideas of the kind of zones I want to do. I'll tell you what I do. I'll show you the zones, but I'm not going to grow them in. I'm just going to show you where I'm kind of thinking of having them. And also I'm going to put in a bus line up and down here. So there you go. So we're going to do that. So yeah, let me show you what the zoning is going to look like for now. Right, okay, this is my idea. Now, as you can see, it's going to be a lot different to this, which is very kind of unique. And kind of definitely based on Upper Manhattan, that kind of thing. This one's kind of slipping further and further away from the actual design and layout of Manhattan. And this is only for fun, as I always say. It's only for fun. It's not real. So, as I said, this is all going to be mainly residential. And as you can see here, we got Madison Avenue and Lexington. Oh, I didn't realize it flips over. That's kind of cool. So, yeah, I'm concentrating on having commercial up and down a couple of these avenues here and Fifth Avenue. See that there? That kind of thing. I might change a couple of them into offices. I'm not too sure. But yeah, as you can see, lots more office. Now, I probably won't be able to fit all these here because I don't want anything built on here. Not really. But if I can slip a road or two in there somehow, I'll kind of base this area on kind of office. And you got commercial here, residential commercial. This is kind of Midtown. This is the main hustling bustle of the city, the commerce and all that, like Macy's. We got more office up and down here. I've decided to mix in some more residential down here and here. This is probably the financial district, so which is downtown. There you go. So I'm trying to keep this as office. But what I might do is kind of jank it up now and again. put in a couple of things like that or something like that. Ooh, wrong button. Bit of mixed use, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's my kind of plan for that. So let's get on with it. So I'm going to delete all the zoning on here. Just like that. And we're going to start filling it in. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do what I did here. We're going to put in a couple of row houses. Now, this is the first level, even though it's up on to max 5. This is level 3, and this is level 2. Now, I want to make my buildings a level 2 because they're a little bit taller than these ones. So what we're going to do, press the escape button so I can get over here. There you go. So we're going to try and turn these into row houses, that kind of thing. So let's go on here. Put all these out. Hopefully they'll grow in. There we go. Got them growing in straight away. So got to wait for them to level up. So that's going to take quite a while, I guess. Let's have a little wait for a couple of seconds. Yep, they seem to be growing in okay. That's kind of cool. So in the meantime, we're going to put in some service buildings. Because if you notice on here, all we got is unique buildings. So let's see if we can encourage more people to move in. Oh, here we go. This one. Instantly press historical. So what I got to do is keep my eyes open on all the ones that are leveling up. So, yeah. So yeah, this is the exact building I want. See how much taller that is than level 1. Level 2 is going to be about that tall, I think. That one leveling. Oh, there we go. That one there. You also got to keep my eye on that. So, in the meantime, let's do some service buildings. Let's have a look on here. It's a crematorium. Okay. Elder care. How are we for elder care? We've got no elder care here. And as you can see, I got a whole bunch of residents going to be moving in this kind of area here. And I'm going to put this kind of here. Can I fit it in? I can. There we go. So that's going to go there. Any more leveled up? Oh, I missed that one. Let's delete that one and do that again. This one caught that one in time, and that one. That's kind of cool. I wonder if the elder care made these all level up. That's kind of interesting. There you go. I think it's probably easier to pause the game. It'll be a lot easier. So yeah, we're going to call this... Now this is this senior care authority. So let's put that in. There you go. That is the senior care authority. It doesn't look nothing like that. But we're going to have that right there. So there you go. So that's kind of based around about that area in a kind of squished up kind of variation of mini Manhattan. There we go. So as much as I'm saying this is going to be absolutely nothing like Manhattan now. I mean, this is kind of closer than what this is. But I'm going to have a little more fun and name some of the buildings after actual buildings. So there you go. That's the senior care authority. So we're going to have that there. Let's press play again for a little while. See if that encourages leveling up. It does. Look at that. I missed any? No, not yet. Oh, is this one here? No, that's fine. Okay. So next on our list, let's have a look. How's our... It's fine. How's our deaf care? Our deaf care is... let's have a look. Haven't got any on this side of town, so definitely want to put one on this side of town. Quick check on here. There we go. There's one. Caught that one in time. And this one here. There you go. So this is coming on really well. Quick check again. This one here. Caught that in time. There you go. That's kind of cool. So this street is coming along fine. This is exactly what I want. There we go. So I'm going to press pause now. So let's put the crematorium in. Now I'm going to put these, I'm going to try and fit them in the actual locations where they kind of would be. There's quite a few crematorium and funeral services. But I'm going to put one kind of next to St. Patrick's Old Cathedral here because it kind of fits in. And it's kind of this area. So let's go on to here. There we go. Yeah, that fits in really well. So we're going to call that the... There you go. Crestwood Crematorium Services. There you go. That's kind of cool. And that's going to cover that area there. Let's look on here. Does it show? Only when I press play, I guess. There you go. So it's covering all that. Pause it again. It's going to be kind of tricky going in and out of here all the time. So let's go back into healthcare. Let's have a look at what we got. Medical clinics. No, I'm not going to put any in here. I'm going to leave this for big city hospitals. But let's go into, yeah, Child Health Center. Now I've got a little road here that I'm going to, yeah, that's fine. What I want to do is I want to maximize my zoning and try and fit in roads wherever I can to fit in more buildings, that kind of thing. But this little road here, we're going to put a child health center here, or child care center, I guess. Now this one here, yeah. Let's have a look. So yeah, that kind of fits in okay. So we are going to call that, what can we call this one? Let's call this the LAC Early Learning Childhood Center. That's a bit of a mouthful, but that's what it's actually called. There you go. That's the LAC Early Learning Childhood Center, which is not really there, but it's kind of there. That kind of thing. So there we go. So we got that. So that's kind of cool. Let's see what else. Let's go back on healthcare. So we got deaf care. We got 2 of them. Maybe it's time for the hospitals. Now I've got an idea. We're going to have a hospital down here somewhere, and we're going to have one up here. That's my idea. These cover quite a wide area, so that's kind of cool. Let's look on the hospitals. I'm going to go for this fancy designer one because it's got weird angles. Look at the picture, and this is at a weird angle, and we're going to fit this right in here somehow. Kind of here. I don't want it to cut into much of the zoning tiles here, so I'm going to try and squeeze it in there. And that kind of gives us room to still build stuff there. So that's kind of cool. So let's name that. There we go. That's the New York Presbyterian Hospital, which is come out of here. There we go. So that's there. So that's kind of cool. So that's going to add to the health of all the citizens. And as you probably can see that if I press on pause for a little while, that pretty much covers the whole city, but I want to put another one in here. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, you go just there. And we're going to call that the, maybe the Sinai might be the one to go there. Yeah, let's go for this one here. There you go, the Mount Sinai Hospital. That's pretty cool. So that's all the medical kind of healthcare we're going to have in the whole of this lower half of the city, and I'm kind of pleased with that. It kind of fits in really well, and it kind of goes in that area. So that's pretty cool. So loving that, loving that. Let's move on to the next section. Let's go for the fire departments. Now, as you can see, we've got none here. We got this one I snuck in there to help those develop, like I said. So let's put in a couple of fire departments. Now I'm going to go yet again. Now, because we're deep in the city, we're going to go for the big ones. So we're going to go for these fire stations here, or is there headquarters? They're not called headquarters here. Okay. Fire stations, what we call a fire department, that kind of thing. So let's see where we can put these. I definitely want to have one kind of maybe here, maybe up here. I'm not too sure. Let me have a think about this. I guess that one's going to go there. There we go. So that kind of looks like that. So that's kind of cool. And we're going to give this one a name. Now this might be a bit of a mouthful. We call it FDNY, which is the Fire Department of New York. So FDNY, and they've all got kind of specific numbers or names. So this would be kind of this is the tower one, I think, tower ladder. So this would be engine 4. I'll have to look this up. Engine 4 sometime, but I know this one. This is engine 4. Very close to my family's heart. This one. So engine 4, tower ladder, I don't know, 15 or something like that. Tower ladder, 15. Is that right? Did I get it right? FDNY, engine 4, tower ladder 15. There we go. There we go. Now I know that one very well because my uncle is, well, he used to be a firefighter there. So there we go. And we're going to put another one kind of this area here somewhere. So let's have a think. Now this one I'm gonna have to look up. There you go. So that's kind of cool. The 25 stands for the ladder. There you go. Do you ever see the numbers like that? 25. That'd be the ladder, as the same as we got down here, which is ladder 15. There we go. But it kind of they named this one kind of a little bit different, that kind of thing. So there we go. So that's kind of cool. So we got that up and running. So I think, yeah, like I said, I definitely want to put a couple of more kind of I don't know. I would definitely want to put another child care center here because it kind of ties in with this area, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right in here, right in this corner here. There we go. So we're gonna call that one. That's child. Okay, we're gonna call that the Manhattan Children's Center, I guess. Child Rins. There we go. Children's, get rid of the word help and leave the word center. There you go, Manhattan Children's Center, which is just there. There we go. Now let me have a think. Now let's put in maybe some schools, something like that. I don't know. It looks okay, doesn't it? Does that fit in okay? Yeah, we're going to go over that one. We're going to call this one the... Now, this one I'm going to have to look up. Not a school I've ever been to. So we call this one the... There you go. Alfred E. Smith Elementary School. There we go. Absolutely nowhere near the school I went to. So let's have a look on here. So yeah, we're gonna put like another one up here. So let's have a look. Well, there you go. That's even better. That kind of fits in with the vibe of the place. So we're gonna call that the Anderson School. Go the Anderson School. The school I didn't even have to look up. There you go. That's the Anderson School. That looks like that. So that's kind of cool. So we got them. Let's see, what else can we put in? I am definitely tempted to put in my school in here, which is based in Stuyvesant Park. So there we go, which be kind of around that area. I won't tell you what it is. You could probably look it up and find it out anyway. So definitely want to put some kind of high schools in here. I'm gonna, maybe I put in two. I don't know. Gotta think about this. Oh, let me have a think. So high schools. So yeah, we got no high schools here. So, well, it's going to be tricky where to put these. Definitely want to have one, maybe one over here, maybe, or here, and one kind of down here. So maybe, you know, I think I'm going to go for two because I'm going to be running out of places to put real buildings. So let's put one kind of here. We're going to, we got a subway. Oh, we have, going to be tricky placement. I'm going to leave this kind of, yeah, here we do. Come out here. Going to leave 4, let's go back on here. There we go. 4 zoning tiles so we can put in like some kind of tall building, that kind of thing. So we're going to put this high school here and we're going to call this the Millennium High School. That is there. Okay, we're going to put one more in. So next one we're going to put in over here, opposite ladder 25, the fire department. So we're going to put that there. And we're going to call this one the, I think this is the Hunter Science kind of high school, I think. Something like that. Let me look that up. Nearly got it right. It's the Manhattan. We got Manhattan Hunter Science High School. They got Manhattan Hunter Science High School. Bit of a mouthful, but that's kind of based here. There we go. So that's kind of cool. So we got that in. Oh, I think I've missed out on... Oh, yeah, I've definitely missed out on the police departments. Or maybe I can put that in a second. Let's put in university. We're going to put that... so we got the we got the Columbia one there. Let's put one more university we'll put in. We'll put in, I don't know. Let's put in the New York. Yeah, just put in the New York University. Yeah, that works out okay. We're just going to call that the Standard New York University. There you go. That's really cool. So let's put in some police departments. We're going to have one right near City Hall, I think. Or maybe near the court. Let's have one near the court. Let's have it just kind of here. Yeah, we're going to call that, well, it's just the New York City Police Department, I guess. We're going to go for the big ones. Let's have a look on here. Yeah, this is kind of the city vibe version. Put that right in there. It's kind of appropriate having it opposite the court. So that's kind of cool. And we're going to have one more, I believe. Let's look on here. Let's press play for a few seconds. There we go. So that's really covering all that anyway. Right, and the last one we're going to do is we're going to squeeze out over here. Now, there's one right up here somewhere. And there's quite a lot around here and probably one around here. I'm going to go for the one over here. So let's go for... Is this the right one? That is the right one. Let's squeeze that in just in that corner there. I don't want it too further up here because that'll be too close to this one here. So yeah, that's cool. So can I press Control V? I can. There we go. New York Police Department. There you go. So that's kind of cool. So that's all our police departments. So I think that's nearly all our service buildings. Now let me see. We need a library. Let's put a library in. There you go. That's kind of cool. That kind of ties in and people from school can go walk across the street just to get to the libraries. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to call this one the New York Municipal Library, I believe. There you go, the New York Municipal Library. So that's kind of cool. Kind of happy with that. So is there anything we are missing? We are missing... We got Central Park here, but we might have to put in a couple of parks around here. Yeah, let's put a couple in anyway. This is Washington Square Park, so that's kind of cool. What else we got? Yeah, let's put in a couple of ones. Come out of here. Let me have a think. Let's look on here. I'm thinking, let's go for something small. So this one here. So let's put that one. Perfect. That fit. Yeah, that's okay. So we're going to call that one City Hall Park. There you go. Because that's City Hall, and there is a park kind of near City Hall, which is why it's called City Hall Park. So that's that one. Let's see. I want to put one maybe over here. Can I fit one in here? Near the school? That would be kind of cool. There you go. Tompkins Square Park. Not so much of a square, but it is definitely a park. There you go. Oh, you could turn that into a square, I guess. That kind of thing. So we got that one. Let's think. Shall I have a park over here? I'm thinking no, because we got enough buildings here and we can just move one of these parks near here, that kind of thing. But I definitely want to put another little dog park in somewhere. I'm thinking we squeeze one kind of around here. So there you go. That's Jemmy's Dog Run, which is kind of cool. I suggest you look that up and see how awesome that place is. So that's kind of cool. And I want to put in one more park, which is a kind of a homage to some of the New York's greatest comedians that ever lived. Kind of made their name in vaudeville. So we're going to call this the... Well, actually, let's fit it in first. Where can I put it? Let's have a look what we got. That's kind of okay. Let's try another one. Yeah, this is perfect. Am I going to fit in? Yeah, look at that. And the paths fit in. Oh, that's perfect. We're going to call that. So there you go. That's the Marx Brothers Playground, which is named after the famous Marx Brothers. It used to be a place for trolleys, the staging ground for trolleys, which are kind of, what would you call them today? They're kind of like a trolley bus. No, not trolley buses. Kind of like streetcars, or what you call trams, that kind of thing. So yeah, that was the trolleys of New York, I guess. And they kind of opened up a park. They changed it into a park and named it after the Marx Brothers. I think it was moved around. I'm not quite sure on the history of that, but yeah, it's a place. It doesn't look like this. It's where you play lots of softball and football, soccer. Lots of kids go around there. It's kind of cool. Let's see. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I think it's kind of there. But it would be kind of like 179 East or 93rd Street or something like that. It's that's where the Marx Brothers used to live. So a few steps away from the actual park. So there you go. And that's where that is. And I do believe that is all our service buildings. So let's carry on with the zoning. Right, so I've made a few adjustments, as you can see here. I've widened this area here, so we got like a kind of a little place to put in a kind of a path or an alley, that kind of thing. And that way we can get these buildings growing in properly. I've done the same here. This one I'm going to leave like this for now. I might do the same thing over here. We'll see how that goes. I'm not too sure. I got to think about that. Yeah, I might do that. We'll see what happens. So in the meantime, what we're going to do, let's see, got a couple more to fill in. Have I put in any zoning here? Not there. This is kind of weird how that's left a gap there. Maybe I can do something with that. Put in a path, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm okay with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of maybe do a little time lapse and kind of zoning some more buildings, this kind of area, the way I had planned out. And if there's anything significant, I'll slow it down and I'll talk to you about it, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of zone all this right now. Right, okay, we are just about done on that. For you guys, it's probably been minutes, but for me, it was hours, nearly a day of waiting, playing whack-a-mole, that kind of thing. So yeah, this is my Manhattan so far, and as you can see, I've managed to successfully create these kind of row houses, that kind of thing, or brownstone houses, my pretend ones. There you go. So they look a little bit like that. Put a bunch of buildings up and down here. There you go. I'm still trying to keep that kind of neighborhood vibe going on like this here. Similar buildings. So this took the most work. Trying to wait for these to kick in. And then also here. And then I just kind of let it go kind of haywire. So there you go. So a lot of buildings growing in, that kind of thing. So yeah, I've kind of let them randomly grow in. So yeah, this is downtown and it's not yet filled in. I'll tell you why. What I'm going to do downtown, because it's going to be kind of mainly office buildings, what I'm going to do, I'm going to place a building down and I'm going to, well, I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to blanket it with, blanket it like that kind of, almost. And then I'm going to wait for the buildings to pop in there. If they come in super tall, I'll keep them. If they come in as like a small variation, I'll delete them, that kind of thing. So that's going to be a lot of whack-a-moling. Depending on my RCI meter, I might just stick to office, but it looks like I need to put in some more commercial, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm intending to do here. As you can see here, it's all a bit of a mix, I guess, and it's kind of cool. There you go. So all my unique buildings are now being surrounded. And here's the other side I was working on last. Oh, it's kicked in at last. There you go. Awesome. I was waiting for this one to kick in. Because these kind of look okay on the ends. Although this one I'd rather have here. Interesting. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, so yeah, as you can see, I'm keeping the kind of neighborhoods going. Let's go into that views better. There you go. So it kind of looks like that. So absolutely happy with that. Let's zoom around here. So there you go. So I'm kind of done with that for now. So here I'm going to kind of do a more controlled method, which is why I've kind of left these kind of blank. What I'm going to do here, these ones are going to be kind of tightly packed all here. But here I want to space them out like we have in Manhattan. So what I'll pause the game now. So what I want to do blocks of about maybe 4. Like that. I want to kind of space them out. Kind of like that kind of thing. So I'm going to have them spaced out. And then we're going to fill that with trees and maybe paths, that kind of thing. So what I'll do is I'm going to let all them build up, I guess, and see which ones look the best. So let's press play as it is. And if I like them, I'll keep them. I'm going to try and get them to level up to the max level to see what they look like at different stages, that kind of thing. And if I like a particular building, I'll make sure that each building is exactly the same, that kind of thing. You can see they're coming in differently. So maybe not that one. Oh, okay. Already we got some concerns. These 3s or 4s. Okay, so definitely got to change the roads here. Oh, maybe it's because this is here, that kind of thing. Right, so in the meantime, let's work on this little area here. So as promised, I'm going to put in a bus line. Now, what have we got in here? Okay, so we've got a subway. Yep, that's okay, that's fine. But we do not have a bus line. Do we not have a bus line at all? Okay, I guess we don't. Okay, perfect. So let's have a look. Got a bus stop here. Got a stop here. We don't have a stop here. Perfect. We're going to fit in a stop here. So let's work on that. And that shows it even clearer. So that's even better. So we got a stop there. I don't think we have. That's interesting. Okay, so let's put a stop here. Going to go just here. We're going to go straight into... Now, which street do I want? Maybe I can come in here, go... Yeah, that's a good idea. So let's have a look what we got. Let's come out of here. I want to see what buildings we can hit. We can go to this park here. Definitely want to hit the park. Let's have a look, see what else we've got. Maybe a bit of the shopping district. Maybe a stop near where this path is. Definitely a stop up here. Maybe a stop to where the work is, that kind of thing. It's interesting. Definitely a stop here. Is there any schools or anything up here? Not really, not really. Just a few parks and that. Yeah, this looks kind of easy. So let's get on with that again. It's still connected. It's not. Okay. Right, here we go. So we're going to pop it in here. I think there is better. Now, where's those paths? We're going to go right here. Gonna have one on the coast there. Gonna have a stop right here. Does it go up there? It does. Okay, that's interesting. We'll stop just there. Gonna have one right here, like I said, near the work. We got a subway here. So this is perfect, so we can definitely put a stop here. Now, where do I want to put that? I'm thinking here. It comes around here. That way? Yeah, that kind of works. Let's have a look on here. Yeah, we can carry on down there, I think. So let's go to... Any more stops here? Let's go for here. Right. Is that a busy street? Could be a busy street. So let's go here instead. No. Let's go here on the outside here, I think is okay. Yep, there you go. That's made a lot of people happy. Then we're going to put a stop somewhere. Should we put a stop here? Because this is kind of busy. Well, I guess it's not so busy here, so we can put a stop here. There we go. Then we're going to go across the coast here. Stop off there. We're going to stop off of this one here. And we're going to stop off here. The next stop is going to be where the school is, which is kind of here. There we go. I'm going to stop off at the high school. That'll be the next one. Tell you what, let's put another stop in here. I'm thinking just here. Then we'll have one at the high school. And then we're going to go straight back into the transport hub. There we go. That's perfect. So let's look on this one. Bus line 45. Okay, let's change the color of that one. Now that is going to be a white bus. Or a yellowy white bus, but there you go. And that's going to be the Bronx to Queens. There we go. So we have got, how many stops we got? So we got about 15 stops. Now we don't need that many buses, so we're going to go drop that down to 10. Let's see what else we got on here. Let's go for the standard 30 capacity, I think, for now. See what happens with that one. So that'd be quite cool. So that's that one done. And what we're going to do now, we're going to put in one going the opposite way. There you go. That is absolutely perfect. So let's find a bus. So let's come out of here. Let's go and find ourselves a bus. And we're going to go on a little bus journey. There you go. That was absolutely awesome. Absolutely adored that. That was really cool. It's like trying to find out where my bus was, is because it looks so much different from the bird's eye view than it does when you're on ground level. It's kind of, and also it helps me kind of discover a few anomalies. There's definitely a stop somewhere that I need to remove, a stoplight that is, and also somewhere around here we got a lot of vegetation on the on the streets, on the road, so we'll definitely got to remove that. I think it's over here. It is. There we go. So yeah, that kind of helps out. So let's press the wrong button again. So let's sort that problem out. There we go. Right, so let's see what we got. We have got, this is the one I made historical. So okay, let's have a look on here. This is similar. This is a level, wow, what level is that one? That's a crazy one. So I definitely want 2, 3, 4. I don't know what that is. That one's not so... I don't know. Some of these are not that good, are they? I like this one. This one looks okay. I might go for this one for one of them. And I might stick to this one here. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to make that one historical. So if I remember, that is level 2. And that's a level 1. That's a 3. Okay, that's not a good... Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, we'll see what kicks in with these. Are these all... Yeah, they're all kind of the same old, same old. Yeah, so I'm thinking of doing a whole bunch of these ones and then maybe a whole bunch of these ones here. I kind of think. So there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them kind of kick in and we'll do another irritating time lapse. Irritating for you guys and irritating for me. It's going to take me like 200 years to get it done. But we're going to fill all the rest of this in. And I'll meet you right at the end. Okay, everybody, we are just about done. Yeah, we are done. We are absolutely done. There we go. That took me a whole Sunday of football to get through all that. But yeah, it's absolutely complete. Look at that. It's a whole city. Yeah, let's see what we got done on that. So as you can see, all these are handpicked, and I'm trying to build up kind of similar networks, not networks, but neighborhoods. Kind of the same thing I did over yonder. See that? All the kind of similar buildings forming their own little neighborhoods, communities, that kind of thing. So as you can see, a lot of these, I think, yeah, these are all hand-picked, apart from that one. I think I left these ones to go to their own devices. There you go. So that kind of looks like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. These are okay. Yep. So yep, these are my kind of brownstone or row houses, my pretend versions. You know, looks like that. It's kind of cool. And as you can see, I changed the trees on the roads. There you go. So that's that. These came in quite nice. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I followed it around here. Build up this kind of community by putting in similar buildings. These are the high-density residential buildings, obviously. And I think these are... this one here. There we go. And there's... Yeah, these... Yeah, I'm using 4x4s. That kind of thing. So yeah, did all that. So this is all of it complete. So even all my unique buildings are kind of disappearing now. There you go. Looks like that. That's kind of cool. So yeah, here was kind of concentrating, picking on the actual buildings. And here I started kind of letting it go to its own devices, as you can see here. It's a bit of a hodgepodge. Going to this view here. That's better. So it's pretty cool. I'm kind of pleased that these ones popped in. These are commercial buildings. I think these are 2x4s or 2x3s. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look. Oh no, they're 3x3s, I believe. No, 3x4s. There you go, 3x4s. There you go. So that was kind of interesting. Place some extra roads in here. So I placed a road in here. Put some extra kind of office and commercial here. There you go. All these are random. Apart from this one here, I wanted to pretend it was a Flatiron building, which keeps popping up everywhere anyway. This one here. There you go, even though it's the wrong way, but it's an interesting building. Okay, yeah, but there you go. So that's all my buildings. And then over here, is it here? Here I started manipulating them again, forming their own neighborhoods. Now here I wanted these buildings to be taller anyway, because in Manhattan, It kind of goes kind of this level here, then it goes tall, then it goes kind of that level again around here, and then it goes into the giant skyscrapers. It's kind of weird, the skyline. But there you go. So that's my skyline here, and a lot of these were manipulated. Let's have a look. Yep, there we go. But it looks okay. It looks okay. And these are the ones I was planning on, I was talking about earlier. As you can see here, got these ones here. Well, that's going up to, wow, look at that. That's kind of cool. I think this is the level 1 building to be. I think this is a level 1 building, but that looks like that. It instantly grows like that. So that was my idea behind that, and these are level 2 buildings. Even though it's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there you go, and it looks like that. So that's my absolute dream plan, I guess. So what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of detailing, which involves maybe doing a couple of things around here. And definitely got to do a little bit of detailing around here. And around here. So what I'll do is I'll do it as a time lapse, and I'll just show you the highlights of anything that looks interesting in my detailing. And that is my mini Manhattan complete, apart from Central Park, which will be coming in the next episode. Right, so yeah, there you go. I'll meet you at the end of all this detailing time lapse. Okay, y'all, we are done. This was just a brief highlight time-lapse video. I will release a better one later on after this, so a fuller time-lapse so you guys don't miss out on all the stuff I did. So yeah, this is the Bronx subway. But yeah, what I did is I detailed the whole of my city. So that's the Bronx, Queens, as you can see here. I whizzed past it. And also Brooklyn, which I did over here. There you go. So it's all detailed. Every single piece. There you go. So what I did today is I completed my mini Manhattan. And here it is. There you go. So that involved zoning all the buildings, putting in uniques, making some of them... Try this one here. Come out of here. Making some of them historical, just like that. There you go. That's my way of hand-picking my buildings, but let's go back into this view here. Here's Battery Park, which I'll probably show in the detailing highlights. There you go. So yeah, this is my whole city. It is all complete. Every single building has been placed lovingly by me. There you go. Now there's a couple of areas I'm going to do in the next episode. Washington Square Park. Also, I'm going to do Central Park and Columbus Circle. There you go. But everything else is now completed, as you can see right here. Also, if you remember, I was doing a particular design for this kind of little neighborhood here. And it kind of looks like that. So that's pretty cool. I think it was quite successful. And this little area here. And I kind of like what I've done with these fountains. They're kind of cool. So there you go, everybody. That is my mini Manhattan. It is now complete. Okay, we're going to do one last flyover. We're going to look at the lawns that I detailed in the video earlier. Starting off with this one here, I've gone with this kind of more wild, rugged kind of feel to this one. So there you go. See all the rocks and the trees. So that's kind of cool. This one I kind of turned into a tranquil garden. I'm going to zoom right in close so you can see it better. Let's go through there. There you go. It's absolutely beautiful. It's amazing what you can do without any mods or assets or any DLC. This is just plain vanilla. Shows you can do something pretty. Let's zoom out so you can see it above. There you go. So that looks like that. This one is my normal, usual kind of bandstand kind of gazebo approach. As you can see that there. This is a plain lawn, so people can fly kites, have picnics, play a bit of softball, that kind of thing. This is a children's playground, which I kind of came up with this unique idea. There you go. It looks like that. It's kind of cool. Over to the west of there, we've got this kind of, I don't know, venue, bandstand is kind of interesting, but there you go. It looks like that. Moving on from there, I came up with this kind of black forest kind of, I don't know, mysterious kind of set of gardens. There you go. That looks like that. And moving up from there, just a couple of, picturesque walkways. Okay, everybody, I hope you liked that one. In the meantime, sincerely, take care of each other. Have a really nice day, and I will see y'all